But where are those who share the memory?
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Time itself is a silence.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Time itself is a silence.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
But none of them believed me.
Time itself is a silence.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to...
Abyssus. What's up, Unreal? How you doing, man? Wow. This this blessing is certainly gonna make Xiao feel a lot better to play this Abyss. Abyss reset. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Silky? Yo, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it going?
Another test subject.
We go.
Suffocate.
Oh my. All right. I didn't really pay attention to my ping until I switched characters just now.
Let's lock your toast.
The wrong test.
But yikes.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Time to act. Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Finally,
The moment I looked at my ping, it shot up to 500. Could my ping just be nice, you know? Just when I play, alright? Like when it matters. Like right now, doing Abyss. Right? Like this morning, all afternoon, I was just doing exploration. I was just clearing chests. Why couldn't my ping just go up then? Why now? I'm actually doing something that matters. Good ping's a dream for me. Suffered so much on the Lantern Rite co-op. Yeah, oh my god. I mean, even with the best ping I have, which is like, you know, around 220, it was still really laggy.
I'm going in.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Ka!
Eat this. Nice and spicy. Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. Body and mind. Time to act. Body and mind.
And I don't even wanna.
Adventure time.
I was planning to actually try hard today. Like maybe, you know, like even on easy floors.
Race you.
No, I don't know. I just don't even want to try.
Rain outlines your
I was
face.
planning on like actually playing properly.
Off we go. Yeah, let's light it up.
Man, 300 ping. I mean, will logging out and then logging back in, does that sometimes help? Like, have you guys ever tried that before? Is 700. Yep, there we go. 700, 500. Ah, man.
Stabilize.
Everyone hold hands.
Well,
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Our bond is strong.
Another test subject. I got careless.
my ping spikes due to weather conditions. It sounds like
Fry.
it sounds like you play on mobile data, man.
I'm going in.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Let me weave you a verse. Body and mind. Know my sword. Yeah.
Solidify.
Hey,
That is speaking of
quiet now.
mobile data.
Things are about to get dicey.
Internet service and internet, you know, coverage is actually one of the things that makes buying a house or choosing a location for a house, for me, a lot more complicated than it should be.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
One with nature.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Oh,
Rain outlines.
I guess I didn't need to burst on Xingqiu.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Our bond is strong.
Stabilize!
Internet requiring good internet service and not having a car. Those are the two biggest things that makes buying a house or choosing a location for a house really complicated for me.
Everybody
It's to the point that it's kind of annoying.
let me lead you over. You're toast! Race you! Time to act.
Oh, there goes my internet. Oh, well, here it is. It's back. Because I live in a rather small city. If you go okay. Just a little, I guess, to set the, I guess, to create the setting. The city's so small that you drive 5 minutes away from downtown, like just straight, like if there was zero traffic, right? Just driving. You know what? I take it back. Maybe not 5 minutes. More like let's say 10-15 minutes. Yeah. You drive 10-15 minutes away from downtown. Let's say there's no traffic at all, right? 10-15 minutes. You're in the countryside. That's it. You'll be completely in the countryside. And that's not even like speeding, right? Like you're just driving in like city speed. Like downtown speed.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifices are
And
Wind and cloud. Wind striker.
because most people that live boy.
I let my guard down. Rain cutter.
Because most people that live outside the city are either are usually farmers or maybe retired people that, you know, don't really care about having internet or whatever. ISPs in the city don't even bother to cover those areas. And because of that, there's no fiber 10-15 minutes away from downtown. In most places. In most places, 10-15 minutes away from downtown. So, okay, that's one problem. Obviously, I can't be without internet. My job is on the internet. Okay. But land or any sort of property closer to the city is stupidly expensive. So I can't afford that. But I also have to try to be closer to the city because I don't have a car. So at least it's at least possible for me to actually, just get to the city from my house. So I need to be closer so that it's possible for me to actually go to the city whenever I need to go buy groceries, pay bills, etc. But it's too expensive. The closer I get, the more expensive it is. But the more likely it is to be covered by good internet. And at the same time, the closer I am to downtown, the less likely it is to have blackouts. So, right, it's an extra plus. But then again, you still have to find a way to afford the more expensive prices. So the further you are, the cheaper, but the less likely there will be internet coverage and the more often blackouts occur. So, it's, man, right? Like, really annoying, really annoying. My experience with housing is that places near public transport gets more expensive. That is absolutely true. That is true. That is true. And it's not just public transport. Hey, what's up, Blue App? How's it going, man? It's not just with public transport. It's essentially like every essential service, right? Like public transport, like a train station or a bus stop, and other, necessities like schools, hospitals. Let me think. What else? Markets and supermarkets, right? Because that's where most of the time people will be, right? Well, more people will be. So it's a lot more commercially viable.
I see everything.
It's a lot more commercially viable. So that's why it gets more expensive. The more likely it is a place has more people, aka near public necessities.
Everyone hold hands.
Quietly now.
Dissipate.
Teamwork is dreamwork. The wind knows it.
You're toast. Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword. Huh? Huh.
Into the wind.
Yeah, especially in most places here in the Philippines, there aren't even, like, I'm not saying all parts of the Philippines, but in most places in the Philippines, there aren't exactly any sort of rules or regulations on what kind of what you're allowed to do or not do with your property, right? Like, for example, even in a place that most people know is a very residential area, and you just so happen to have property there, you could just very well decide to make it into a commercial building, right? Like, maybe like, for example, I live in a very residential area of the city, but there's a lot of warehouses nearby here. And especially in recent years, there have been a lot of people using or getting their houses renovated, getting renovations done on their homes to make it so that they can use it for commercial business. Like, they would use downstairs as like a commercial space to be rented out, and then upstairs can just be their homes. And some of them make downstairs their homes and then upstairs into dormitories, because there's quite a few good schools in my city. Good, like relatively good, relative to the size of the city and relative to the neighboring cities.
Nice and spicy. Rain outlines your face.
How am I frozen?
Fine.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
That's sort of the reason why some of these giga rich land developers, how would I describe it? It's really hard for them to mess up any sort of investment that they put in. into any piece of land. Hey, what's up, Shan? Shan? Did they just say Shan? What's up, Sean? How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? As for me, I'm pretty good. Weather's been nice recently.
Everyone hold hands.
Although I don't think I can say the same for everybody else.
Stand with me.
Apparently, in my city, we're experiencing what we locally refer to as La Nina. And meanwhile, other parts of the country is experiencing El Nino. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, yeah. I don't know. It just came out. Getting deathmatch was the worst financial decision I ever made in Genshin. Deathmatch. Oh, deathmatch the polearm. Really? Why? It's actually maybe you just don't need it as much as some other people. Yeah, deathmatch is actually really good. Like, it's a high crit rate polearm. In fact, my whale friend uses it on his Zhongli. And it's a pretty good Zhongli too. Pretty good Zhongli. 4 noblesse Zhongli.
Clouds high. The birds
Witness the power.
4 noblesse Zhongli. HP main stats. But still somehow has good enough crit value or crit ratios that it can actually still crit, you know, reasonably well. Right? Like, they're not insane crit ratios, but with HP main stats, not bad. And it's all thanks to deathmatch. I got Jade after purchasing deathmatch for Xiao. Jade. Yikes. Oh man. Hey, what's up, Thriller? How's it going? Okay. I can see why though. I mean, how much better is Jade Spear on Xiao compared to deathmatch? Even like I don't know. I feel like deathmatch is pretty good. Yeah, I feel like deathmatch is pretty good. I'm trying to like feels craft it in my head right now, and I imagine the difference isn't that much. Also, like, what do you mean? So you got deathmatch from the battle pass, and then you wished on the weapon banner? I don't know. I would, if I ever had any interest in Xiao and I ever got him, I don't think I would ever give him Jade Spear. I think I would always just go for Homa. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would just always go for Homa instead of Jade Spear. Jade from... Oh my god, it's from standard too! What? Dude. From standard. You could have gotten anything from standard. You could have gotten a Chi-Chi. You could have gotten a Dia. You could have gotten anything. You could have gotten Skyward Atlas. But no, they gave you Jade Spear. I like it on Xiao. Xiao, Hu Tao, or even Xiangling. Only if I don't have better options, of course. I don't think I would ever use deathmatch on Xiangling. Especially if I have Dragon's Bane. But yeah, unless if you just don't have any options. It's a really good stat stick. What's up, Thriller? How's it going, man? Ah, man. My ping. Ping at 400 somehow.
Seize the sky.
For some reason, my Farina is... Okay, I know that my Farina doesn't have... My Farina is a bit short on what I would consider to be ideal. An ideal amount of ER. But I don't think it's that short. I love Jade Spear on anything as a stat stick. I mean, like anything attack scaling, right? Because like it's a high base attack, low crit rate, low secondary stat weapon. So if it's, you know, if you're just using it for crit rate on an HP scaling polearm user, it's not much of a stat stick.
Illusion shattered. Make yourselves a move. Busted. These are about to get dicey.
Come on, spin, spin, spin. Oh, good, good.
Azuma shines eternal. There is no escape. I see everything. Quietly now. Here comes
I don't think that was a good idea. Oh, what? Okay, alright, I gotta... Ooh, wait, what kept hitting it? Oh, Cookie's skill. I wasn't even clicking anything. I wasn't touching my keyboard and my mouse. I wasn't clicking anything. I was like, what keeps proccing Nahida's skill? Oh, okay. Cookie's skill, apparently. I mean, like, my ping is kind of all over the place, but it doesn't... I just had to open my mouth, huh? I just had to open my mouth. And the moment I opened my mouth, I was about to say my ping is all over the place, but it doesn't feel like it. But it doesn't feel as bad as it looks. And then, like, as soon as I opened my mouth, look at my ping now. Like, I have one on Shogun. You have multiple Jade Spears? What? One on Shogun, one on Xiao, one on side. 3! You have 3 Jade Spears! Jeez. Oh, man. Come on, Ping. Madam Ping. No, not you, Madam Ping. My Ping. Latency Ping. Okay.
Your
Fine.
journey ends
Some target
here,
practice.
Lord of Sand.
Raise the
Your
storm.
sacrifice is ready.
Where do you think you're going? Stray cloud converge. Going in.
Goodbye. Your coming was foretold.
Let's dance with me.
For the eternal oasis.
Make way for the effect.
You know what, I'm actually seriously considering swapping to whatever that new healing set is on what's her name? Xianyun. Cause the rotations are, I don't know, VV kind of makes things really complicated. And in fact, like, I can't even swirl consistently on VV. Like, I can hardly ever swirl. Like, it's usually, you know, maybe if I, like, single rotation a thing, like a wave of enemies, or sorry, no, a chamber, sure. But I hardly ever do that. Especially because, well, you know, skill issue. Ah, man. switching characters, dude.
Shine down. Here comes the catch.
Oh, what the?
Grow, grow, grow.
What procced it? Something procced something.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Committed to memory.
Busted.
At the very least, my second half team very often has its bursts ready. Don't people just run Shima and Glad on her? Yeah, you could, sure. Just, you know, to max out the to max out the attack buff, but the difference between getting 36% more attack on Xianyun versus minus 40 resistance on enemies, it's not even a question, dude. It's not even a question. One is astounded by how thou doesn't recognize one's presence. Oh. Hey, what's up, Shuri? Wait, did you say anything already? Oh, you did. Wait, sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Shuri. Ahem. One wishes thou a good morning, RJ. Shuri, you've certainly gotten into character. I'm assuming. Let me guess. You just did Cloud Retainer's story quest, didn't you? You just did it, like literally. You just did it, didn't you? Stop. In the name of the law. What?
Strike a pose. Teamwork is dreamwork. Seize the skies. Let's light it up. Everybody stand.
Where is okay? Oh man, that last plunge. Ooh, yikes! That last plunge would not have wanted to be that robot.
Shine down.
Grow. Share my knowledge.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
One agrees to thy guesswork and commends thou. Not bad. It's pretty good, man. So, you know, I had a somewhat similar situation
There is no escape.
when I after I did Cloud Retainer story quest, as to like when we got the last Fontaine Archon quest. You know, like everybody sort of hated Farina, right? Like she was annoying. She was like whatever, right? Like everybody hated her. Wasn't even that nobody liked her. Everybody just sort of hated her. She was just annoying. She was like official, but she wasn't delusional. Right? Like she wasn't delusional, she wasn't pretending. Whereas like yeah, Farina was actually like she truly believed it. And I remember saying this. You can like just write a character. You can make a character very likable, very relatable, etc. And people will love that character. But people will always love a character even more than that. Even more than that. If you somehow make them
Or a bubble
hateable, right? Like if you make their face so punchable at first, and then you give them a redemption arc, and then if you just do that well, then that character will end up even more likable than your, even more. That character will be more likely to be even more likable than the protagonist. And they did that really well with Serena. Now, in Xianyun's case, in Cloud Retainer's case, obviously she's not an antagonist. She was an annoying. Well, I mean, kind of. She was kind of annoying to me. I really didn't like how. And I know she's proud. She's smart. That's stuff like that, right? She's immortal. I kind of like, even after I saw her human form for the first time, and don't get me wrong, it looks attractive. It looks really attractive. But even after that, her personality still really turned me off, and to the point where if only her kit wasn't what it is now, if she was just like some generic support that just does something that other characters already did, right? If she was just another healer like Baiju, then I would have easily skipped her. But then her kit turned out to be really fun, and they somehow made her really likable. They made her really likable, and it wasn't as drastic as like with Farina, but it was still kind of similar. I kind of didn't really like Cloud Retainer way back then, and then now I quite like her. I'm quite fond with her now. All right, RJ, I had fun today's stream. I'm off to work now. Catch you later. Oh, right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Shuri. Have a good day, man. I loved her voice, though. Cloud Retainer? Genshin writes characters you hate, then make you love them. That is true. That is true. And I really... Now that I've experienced this a few times already, now I'm sort of looking forward to the characters, to their antagonists. Yeah, like I'm looking forward even more to their antagonists. Like, for example, especially in the early days, the Saritsa and the Fatui, they all seemed like 100%, right? Like there didn't seem to be any evidence at all about them doing anything good. It just seemed like they were just pure evil, doing it because they're evil, right? And as time went on, we sort of learned a bit more about like the whole situation, the whole like main storyline, etc. And so now, at least there is some evidence that makes people think that, okay, so the Fatui and the Saritsa are doing this for a reason. Okay, so I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to the Fatui and the Saritsas. I don't think they really need a redemption arc. I just think we just need to learn why they're doing it. And that is, I guess, akin to what their redemption arc would be. And since I've experienced it with Farina, I've experienced it with Xianyun, I'm now sort of looking forward even more so to their antagonists. I guess Scaramouche was okay too. Yeah, it was an okay. Like Scaramouche still kind of a douche. Scaramouche is still kind of a Scaradouche. But at least they gave him a redemption arc, and now he's with a really nice mom. I guess. Essentially, abandoned child went rogue. Child was abandoned by their teenage mom, so they went rogue, and then ended up on the bad side of the law, on the wrong side of the law, and then at some point, found a way to redeem themselves, and then got taken in by this really nice young mom, nice young single mom. No, not even not even married, just a really nice young lady. Farina's voice. Oh, I like Farina's voice. Like, yeah, no doubt about that. Is Farina's voice actress also a singer? I don't actually know, but her her Farina voice, I don't know if that's her actual voice or if she changed it just for Farina specifically. It sounds like her Farina voice sounds like you know, she could sing too. It just sounds like it. And obviously I know that in that where is that? That piece, was that this Farina character quest? Yeah. Oh, okay. So it was the Farina character quest, where there was like a pre-rendered cutscene. Like it was one of those 2D cutscenes again, pre-rendered 2D cutscenes where she was singing, and obviously, you know, it was literally like the whole thing was sang in French. So obviously, I know that that wasn't the English VA, and so. Yeah, like obviously I know that, you know, and that's why I'm asking if the Farina's VAs in, you know, some of her languages, if not some, then all, are they also singers? I guess I could look that up. I mean, but I guess not right now. Genshin writes characters you hate. Star Rail writes characters you love and writes characters you love and kill them. Really? Wait, in Star Rail? In Genshin, they've never really killed off anyone. Especially the playable characters, right? Like, who are the only characters that they've literally killed off on screen? So, Senora, and nobody else. Nobody else on screen, right? And obviously there was the NPC dude that became our friend, that was part of the resistance in you know, the resistance in Inazuma. Well, Ipe, something like that. It was something like that. NPC, who used a delusion, like to, I guess, to feel like they were actually doing something that mattered, and then apparently the delusion was killing him, etc. So I think his name is Ipe, and at least like in some of the background lore, like especially in the big world quests, there are actually characters that have been killed off. This is just not, they're just not part of like character story quests and the main storyline quests. Oh, new event. I haven't even claimed all my rewards here yet. I'm still kind of far from claiming all of them. I haven't claimed any of these. I haven't even claimed my Xingqiu skin. I haven't claimed my 4-star yet. I'm still waiting. I'm extremely mad at how they released a character that was literally my ideal. If I were to design a character, I would make it the exact way, that exact color scheme. Then they killed her out of nowhere. Firefly will forever remember you. Wow, really? It sounds like Star Rail's story is kind of dark. Like okay, I'm assuming that Hoyo knows the specific demographic of players that play Star Rail and are continuing to play Star Rail are on the a little bit more on the mature side, and I assume that's probably why they've decided to take the story that direction. Whereas, like, I guess with Genshin, they don't want it. They sort of want Genshin to be their like Super Mario. Yeah, I imagine so, right? Like, I mean, I'm not, you know, I like Super Mario and like all the Mario games, but I'm not like exactly the biggest fan. I don't know much about the lore in the universe, the Mario verse. But I imagine they probably don't, like, whenever they do ever kill off a character, even whether an antagonist or a protagonist, I imagine they do it like indirectly, where it's not even confirmed anywhere, or they do it off screen and it's, you know, just not confirmed, or they sort of do it the Disney way, right? Like, they sort of kill themselves trying to kill the protagonist, even though the protagonist tried to help them. But then, like, there's never really a body scene. I imagine that's sort of how what Hoyo, you know, is trying to do with Genshin, especially because they know that Genshin's audience is so... There's such a wide variety of people that play, and not even just play, but like actually just follow the story, watch videos of it, just consume its content, read the manga, and at some point gonna watch the anime. And in fact, some time ago, I used to have this really consistent viewer who'd come into chat who was literally 8 years old. You know, like, he kept asking for advice, and, you know, I would try to help him out, but it certainly seemed like he wasn't really understanding much of what me and, like, everybody in chat was saying. I mean, and we understand. We understand. He was 8 years old. Alright, so if an 8-year-old somehow comes by the smallest content creator on YouTube, aka me, that means there's a lot more 8-year-olds on some of the larger content creators, and that tells you something. That tells you that a lot of really young audiences are consuming the Genshin Impact, whether the game or the story, or even just fan art and stuff like that. Probably even, like, I'm pretty sure there's probably a fan fiction of Genshin Impact at this point. It is really dark. The lore is far more large scale, like literal gods fire a single arrow in a war, destroy everything. The story never makes it a perfect end. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's like there's never really a happily ever after. It's sort of, you know, like kind of like reality where just everybody's dead. Even if you get saved by God, people died to collateral damage from that power. The lore is really cool and really dark. All right. So yeah, I imagine, you know, that was, I mean, like, who knows? Maybe that was their original intent. That was their original, like, target demographic. But then again, they also got different directors between Genshin and Star Rail. How about Honkai Impact? Honkai Impactor. Do you know anything about Honkai Impactor? Do you know if the story there is also dark? Why is there no sound again? Hang on. Let me check out my speakers. Hey, what's up, Chauvin? How's it going, man? Okay. Alright, seems fine now. This time's always perfect for me. Ah, really? Sorry, Chauvin. I'm sure I've asked you this question plenty of times before, but forgive me. You know, I can't exactly remember everybody's time zone. Yeah. What time is it for you now, though? Question before I go. What's up, man? I'm gonna count C3 Raiden Raiden, Ayaka C0 R1. Hang on, C3 Raiden, Ayaka C0 R1. Ganyu C0 R2. I want to know which is a better value pull, Kazuha or Furina.
Accompany them, if you wish to hear.
Ayaka, Furina. I think Furina. Oh. Hang on. That's you know what? That's actually not that easy. Okay. So Furina, if you have a lot of really good team-wide healers, because it's not very easy to fully utilize Furina's damage percent buff if you don't have a lot of good good team-wide healers that have good synergy with your available team archetypes. Right? Like, for example, if you have a Jean, and there's a reason why Jean wasn't highly utilized. Like, Jean is a pretty good character. She's, you know, she's very well-rounded, right? Decent damage, really good healing, animo, a little bit crowd control, I guess. But then, like, she's sort of just, like, you put her there because you just need a team-wide healer. And, you know, okay, well, she does damage. All right, that's good, right? And, oh, she's animo, too. Oh, cool. I can use Vivi, sure. Right? Like, you don't really think that, oh man, I gotta put Jean in here. Jean's gonna make this team really good, right? So if you have a lot of team-wide healers, if you have a lot of team-wide healers that have good team-wide healers that have good synergy with a lot of your available team archetypes on your account, then Furina, would be. No, not by much, but would be a little more valuable than Kazuha. If you value comfort in the overworld, then even in that case, I think Kazuha will be a little more valuable. But if not really, then Furina. But if you don't have a lot of good team-wide healers that have good synergy with your available team archetypes on your account, then I think Kazuha is like, Kazuha wins out. Kazuha wins out. Another thing to consider too is if you don't have Kokomi or Mona or basically any other AOE Hydro off-field applicator, then you need one. You need one, especially because you have freeze teams, right? You have Ayaka and you have Ganyu. You need a good team-wide. You need a good off-field AOE Hydro applicator. So Furina can easily fill that role. A little bit annoying because she drains your HP, so you're gonna have to try and like figure out a way to put in a good team-wide healer that fits into those team archetypes. But if you do have one or a couple, then great, right? Like in your freeze teams, that could be Charlotte. If you have Charlotte and you've raised Charlotte in your Dendro teams, that could be Baiju, that could be Yao Yao. Who else? In fact, Yao Yao doesn't even need any constellations at all. Let me try and think. In vape / melt teams, Bennett's okay. Bennett's okay. He just heals so much that it's not as good because like you have to keep swapping between your characters. But if you're running Bennett and then like you have a hyper carry that you can't swap out of, then like not really. But if you are running like a team like this, for example, then you can freely swap between all your characters and heal them up all the time. Sure, fine. Can't think of anything else. Like I'm sure it'll come to mind. But yeah, I imagine you probably gotta go. 10:45 p.m. Okay, that sounds like a perfect time, right? Like either just have it right, like having dinner right now, or just having finished dinner, still sort of relaxing a little bit after dinner. That's sounds like the perfect time to consume content. Yeah, I'm glad our time zones line up like that, Shoven. And I appreciate you for being here, man. Thank you. Kazuha can make Ganyu burn melt, a Shogun carry, and Ayaka's swirl, though. That is true. But then again, I guess Kazuha does provide a lot of value for freeze teams because nobody really does what Kazuha does. I mean, aside like the VV, sure, any AOE Animo character does, but Kazuha's the way his crowd control works is just really perfect for Ayaka freeze. it's also decent on Ganyu too. Like Venti's works sort of better on Ganyu's, but you know, for bigger enemies, sure, works decently on Ganyu's. But then again, we're talking about Freeze Team here, and Freeze teams haven't really had a very good time in the last long while, right? Like we haven't gotten any like good freeze abysses in a long while.
Time to go. One with nature.
Everybody stand back!
Oh wow, very unusual. My ping on my main account was awful, and for some reason on this account my ping is really good. And it's very unusual to me because usually this account, I'm on the second account right now, usually it's this account that has the worst ping across all three accounts. But for some reason tonight, got pretty good ping. It's actually the best ping I could ever have.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying it's the best ping I've ever had, but it's the best ping I could ever have.
I see everything.
In India, we don't have dinner at 7:45. Have dinner at 9:30. But it is our relaxing time. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Is that like an entire country thing, or is that mostly just, you know, just a common occurrence? Or is that literally everyone in India?
You're toast! Witness the power of Kagura. Rain outlines your fate.
One with nature.
Literally everyone in India? Oh wow. I didn't realize that actually. I might not run Ayaka in freeze at all. What? What can you run Ayaka in? If you're not running Ayaka in freeze, what can you run her in? Melt Ayaka?
Everyone hold hands.
Or like an Ayaka Hu Tao speedrunning team maybe?
Things are about to get dicey.
The bond is strong. I see everything.
I mean, like if you're into that, sure, I guess. Oh my god, I just remembered. I'm on the second account. This Nahida is C2. Physical Ayaka Gigachat. No, dude. No. Come on, man. Physical Ayaka?
Fallen wheels. Adorn my night.
If Spartan was here, he would... I mean, like, he would unhinge... I mean, like, you know, Spartan's kind of already unhinged, like, but if he was here, he would unhinge, like, to max. Hearing about this. Most of Indians stay outside at even 9 p.m.
Everyone hold hands.
I mean, like, the thing is, too, is, like, that I find fascinating is India is quite a big country land-wise, like, right? Like, in area-wise. It's not as big as China, or, like, the US, or Russia, or Canada, but it's pretty big, right? One of the biggest countries in the world in terms of landmass. But the entire country has, like, just the same time zone. So I imagine people in the east, like 9 p.m. for them is pretty dark already, and people on the west, not very dark yet. So 9 p.m. kind of just feels like 6:30 probably.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Into the wind.
Into the fire. Let me weave you a verse.
Oh, I made the same mistake. I bursted on Xingqiu where I shouldn't have. How do you build the C2 Nahida? You don't. You don't. You don't. The C2 Nahida builds you. That's what happens, man. Like, look at this, right? Like, look at that. Just like that. I don't even like. I don't even get the chance to see how my hyper blooms are doing. Everything just dies so quickly. Anyway, I didn't even bother changing Nahida's build after I got her C2. Yeah, just don't feel the need to.
Nice and spicy. No, my sword. Ring cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
The wind knows.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Huh?
Oops. Jeez, this isn't even a DPS, Bennett. 27k skill on a not like. Look at this. Look at this Bennett. There's a killer on it. Aquila Favonia. Have her C2 since her release, first release, but her artifact's still random as long as I reach 1k EM. Okay. Because of the way I use Nahida, I generally prefer Nahida have 4 deep wood all the time, because I don't always run her with I don't want to have to bother swapping out artifacts to make sure that somebody on the team has 4 deep wood. Right? Like, I don't want to have to bother looking for, okay, like, who on this team has a skill that can consistently proc 4 deep wood. Right? Like, I don't want to have to bother with that, so I just always have her on 4 deep wood. And my Nahida is usually not my character with the highest EM, right? Nahida does not need to be the character with the highest EM. Remember, her skill says shares the EM of the character who has the highest elemental mastery on the team. Not like Sucrose. Sucrose shares her elemental mastery, right? A certain portion of her elemental mastery. Nahida's ability, her says shares X amount of EM based on the character with the highest elemental mastery on the team. Sure, Kazuha national build, artifacts, weapons, and constant chatter. Sure. As soon as I get out of here. Skyeth. I'm sorry, man. Please, if you don't mind, please explain how to read your name.
Busted. Game's up. Time's over.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pay attention to how much my hyper blooms are doing. Well, I tried to. Yeah, although understandable, I'm still on floor 12, or sorry, floor 10. At some point, you know, maybe at floor 11 and floor 12. Maybe I'll actually find out. Enemies will actually live long enough.
No, my sword.
Better go Dendro plus crit damage. As for me, the difference between Dendro Goblet and EM Goblet isn't okay. So if you can reach a reasonable amount of EM on Nahida with a Dendro Goblet, I think that would be better. And when I say reasonable, I like, for me, I have no math to back this up, but I just feel like pretty strongly that around 700 is like a good magic number to stop with Nahida's EM. And I have no math to back this up. I don't know. It's sort of just a gut feeling. And if you can get 700 EM with a Dendro Goblet and crit circlet, perfect. Awesome. And if you can also maintain a crit ratio that is reasonable,
Anything on your mind again?
and 700 EM,
Two heads are better
or
than
if
one.
not 700, then at least somewhere close to 700, like 650, right? Including some passive buffs too, including some passive buffs like from some weapons, from some 5-star weapons they have, or whatever, right? Like, like even 550 is fine, I think. And reason why crit ratio is because her Seeds of Skanda, like her skill procs, they do crit. Yeah, they do crit. And the more often that crits, the better. Right? Just like any other off-field ability. Great. So Nahida, at least to me, I'm running her as like sub DPS / Dendro applicator. And in fact, I hardly ever use her burst because I'm not... The burst animation is just so long that the amount of damage that you gain from it is sort of mitigated by how long you're in her burst animation. So I usually just use her burst if I need the iframes, or if I'm facing the enemies where like they have like a phase where I can't do damage on them. Like that's usually when I use Nahida's burst. You still need a decent crit rate even if you have C2. Well, the thing is C2 only... Okay, hang on. Sorry, Sky. Like if you look at C2 only says crit, right? Like right. Okay. So your Burning, Bloom, Hyper Bloom, and Burgeons can crit. So this only applies to Burning, Hyper Bloom, and Burgeon. It doesn't have anything to do with Nahida's personal damage. Like now, depending on who is proccing that damage, like it could be Nahida proccing the blooms or whatever, right? But this is more like for the entire team, whereas the crit that I'm building her for, like the crit that I'm building for her, is only for this. Because this is Nahida's off-field damage. So it procs, how often does it proc? Every 2.5 seconds. Right? Essentially, all you have to do is, any enemies that are marked, just do any elemental reaction with them. Doesn't even have to be a Dendro reaction. Right? It has nothing to do with it. You could trigger freeze on them, for all the game cares. Right? And this will proc. Yeah, and don't forget, you also do have this passive where... right? So your skill, this thing, the Trikarma procs, they have more crit rate than what is in your stats. Because, again, reading this... let's see. Nahida's EM above 200 will give you 0.1... bonus damage and 0.03 crit rate, right? Each EM above 200 will give you 0.03 crit rate. It says right here, Trikarma Purification, all schemes to know, which is essentially this. So, and that's why, like when I said earlier, like around 700-ish is like a good magic number to like stop. Maybe not stop, but like if you could go like 750, 800, like if you can see here, like I have 800, right? And that's mostly because I don't have a Dendro goblet. I have an EM goblet, or no, there, right? Yeah, right. And I built her like with a decent crit ratio. And if I take 814 minus 200 times 0.03, that would be 14. Okay, 614 times 0.03. So I get 18.42 crit rate from this to Nahida's personal damage, which means on top of my 48.6, I get 67% crit rate on Nahida's personal damage. And on top of that, C2 makes it so the team's Burning, Blooms, Hyper Blooms, and Burgeons can crit. And obviously, you have no chance of increasing this because obviously, like those reactions don't even crit normally. The only reason why they crit is because of Nahida's skill. So, like, no amount of stats can increase this. It's just fixed. So, yeah. Now, again, like I said, Nahida does not have to be the one carrying Deepwood. I just have her on Deepwood because I just don't just don't want to bother like having to find who is going to use Deepwood on any team that I use Nahida with. Anyway, sorry, Skyth. I've kept you waiting long enough. My Kazuha is just on Fav with a full EM build on 4VV. Just, EM. And let's see, my Xingqiu, just your typical Xingqiu, right? The crit ratios a little lacking on the ER. Honestly, I would prefer like 210 or 220 for emblem. C6 because this is a really old account, and I crowned his skill and burst because I think it's worth it, especially because at this point I don't know what to do with my crowns. I literally have like, I don't even know how many crowns I have at this point. Like, I think I have 20. Where are my crowns? Where do we see crowns? Oh, there. 26 crowns. Okay. All right. Wasn't expecting that. Bennett is just on a kind of DPS build, like not really. My main goal on Bennett is to have enough energy recharge so that it could burst, like where I won't have to think about his energy, right? So obviously for Noblesse, just I just don't want to have to bother finding someone to wear for Noblesse, even if I'm running Bennett on a team that doesn't have, it doesn't need the Noblesse buff, but just don't want to bother swapping artifacts around. Energy recharge sands because I have no ER. Well, I do have, I think. No, I don't have an ER sword. ER high base attack sword rather. I don't have Skyward Blade, but in fact I still prefer Aquila Favonia as long as I can build him with enough ER. Like this is the crit ratios for Noblesse. I have him on a pyro damage goblet just so he can do some damage occasionally. Maybe I should try looking for another pyro goblet. I don't know if I have ooh. Oh, okay. I'm looking for the ER is apparently why I'm using the goblet that I'm using now. Okay. Yeah, I actually have quite a few much better goblets in terms of damage, but ER is still my main priority. Shangling, just my oh yeah, that's right. My Xingqiu is on an attack sands. Attack sands, not ER, because I somehow have almost enough. It's not perfectly enough. Like I said, I prefer around 210 or 220 ER on Xingqiu. But generally in the teams that I'm running him in, very often he's paired with Kazuha, who has Fav on, so generally that helps out a lot. This is my Shangling. Typical Shangling, not a lot of EM. I actually would prefer a bit more. Here are her ratios. And because I have an ER weapon, then I have an attack sense. Because I somehow have enough ER in my substats to get a comfortable amount of ER. And still somehow have decent crit ratios. What was that? Abnormal sands? Abnormal sands? What do you mean? Abnormal sands? I don't know what you're talking about. There's no Deepwood in the strongbox? Nope, no. It's one of the newer sets. You know what, Luap? Don't worry, actually. Farming the Deepwood domain is actually quite resin efficient. Because, now, ideally, for your Hyperbloom and Burgeon proccers, and your Spread and Quicken DPSs, ideally, no, not your Spread and Quicken DPSs, your Burgeon and Hyperbloom proccers, ideally you want them on the flop set, the flower lost paradise, whatever. Ideally, but 4 gilded or 2 gilded to 2 gilded to wander is a pretty close second, really close second. So yeah, in fact, a lot of quicken and not quicken. Aggravate. There you go. I keep forgetting the word aggravate. Aggravate and spread DPSs actually do prefer to be run on 4 gilded, unless if you just have a lot of EM in your substats. But if you don't, if you have a lot more crit in your substats, then typically you'll get a lot of your EM from 4 gilded or 2 gilded, 2 wanders. So yeah, depot domain is pretty resin efficient. Is a pretty resin efficient domain to farm. Shang-Chi-1, I need it. Can you show me your inventory? My inventory of artifacts? I guess so. I gotta warn you though, I'm a bit of a hoarder. So you'll sort of see a lot of essentially what everybody would refer to as garbage.
Stabilize.
I see everything.
Busted. Quietly now.
There you go. I was just waiting for around 2.5 seconds so that Nahida's Trico armor thing would proc again.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
You're toast. Nice and spicy. Witness the power of Gua.
Oh! I'm gonna assume that I got one of those like kill X amount of enemies in X amount of seconds with X elemental reaction. One shot and hello. Hey, what's up, Onoko? How you doing, man? What weapon are you using on Nahida, by the way? Just sacrificial fragments. You'll notice that occasionally I'll be able to use... Oh, like right now, see? Like my skill just went off cooldown right after I used it. And I just whiffed my second Yelan skill. Oh, hyper blooms. How much are they doing? 25k. Okay, so those aren't the crit hyper blooms. I want to see how much the hyper blooms that are critting are doing.
Quietly. Game's done. Sun's over. Gotcha.
I saw 48k there. 46.5. I think I remember seeing a 60 plus k before, but I imagine that was probably with some abyss cards. Oh, I'm frozen. How am I frozen?
Let me read you a verse.
I'm recall it. I am AR60 La. History, I learned something from the US. Sure. What was it? Hey, glad to hear that, Anoko. Have you done Abyss just reset? Have you done Abyss yet?
Quietly now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Our bond is strong.
Oh wait, wait. I think I just saw 70k. I can't see the thing. It was flying. All right. Well, I could be wrong. Maybe it was just 700 and lined up together.
Time to go.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's lock Ring cutter.
Am I trying a little too hard not to get marked by the Mirror Maiden? I think I am. What is this? What was that? The guy, the treasure hoarder got trapped in there, and because of that, I couldn't land. So just Xingqiu was just in an everlasting falling animation. Oh. Okay, that's the last enemy.
Everybody stand back. Let's eat this. Witness the power of Kagura. Know my sword. Time to act. This body.
$74K? Wow, jeez. I can't believe you saw that. You should destroy a country as bad as possible, and they will start liking you. What? Are you talking about like this being like a US like mentality or something? Like that's how they actually think? Oh, I don't have Xianyun on this account, so I can't actually like have fun. How about a Tainari team? No, my Tainari is not very well built, I guess. I'm trying to think of a team that I could just okay, whatever. Just whatever. How about a Morgana team? Would that work? I kind of want to try it. I haven't used the Morgana team in forever. Okay. I'll give it a try. I don't know if my let me check my Charlotte. I remember taking away my Charlotte's artifacts on one of my accounts, and I'm not sure which one it was. What floor is this? 12. Charlotte. There you go. Is she still built? Yeah, kinda sure. Do I have a 4 Noblesse user on that team? No. Okay. I have to try and get Charlotte on 4 Noblesse somehow. And I'm very sure I hardly have any Noblesse pieces. HP. Man, I think I'm gonna have to raise an attack percent goblet for this. I really would rather not. Okay, well, this has the potential, but to be good or bad, so I might as well roll this, just so I can decide whether it's trash or not, and just, you know, take it off my inventory. It's trash, so nope, take it off the inventory. There you go. Let's see. Alright, I don't really need Charlotte to do a lot of damage. If she does damage, then great. If she doesn't do damage, then whatever. That's a lot of flat HP. Okay. Oh, wait, that's a lot of flat HP, but I think that was just one roll of flat HP. And I got a bunch of low rolls on crit rate, I think. Yeah, okay. Didn't you know. Could have been worse. Not bad. Okay, crit rate, crit damage. I'm... Yikes. Yikes. Ooh. Okay, wow, that's... These are some sad circlets. Okay, how about ER? Do I have any ER ones? ER... that's the only floor on which he will think what team to take. Floor 12, that is true. Hey, what's up, Bavish? Good to see you, man. I mean, like, I'm even sort of thinking right now, mostly just because I want to have fun. This is one of the less annoying abysses that we've had. In fact, no, it's not even an annoying abyss. This one, like, the we not sure, kind of annoying, but like it's been one of the more fun abysses that I actually don't mind just logging into the game and just doing floor 12, doing a run of floor 12 just for some fun. I haven't wanted to do that in a really long time. Also, hi Maisa. I don't see you a lot on YouTube, so you know, like on YouTube anymore. So hi, hi. How are you? Energy recharge is on Bennett. Energy recharge. Okay. That, I guess I could use that. Could use this one too. Sure. All right. Let's do that. I'm sure we'll have much better luck with. Okay. Why does Amber have stuff? Why did I put stuff on Amber? Okay. Right. No, those are some plus zeros. I guess this is okay. Wait, I'm an idiot. Didn't I just raise a noblesse goblet? I did. And... wow, that's actually better. Was that wait, was that a goblet that I raised? No, that was a circlet. I already... oh, no. I'm an idiot. I don't remember anything. Okay, I can definitely replace the sands. Or EM attack percent, I guess. Sure, for healing. Okay, you know what? Let's check out our ratios. 71, 165. Wow. Okay, still pretty usable. I definitely could use some ER, though. I do not have any ER anywhere. So I think. Yikes. I have no options. Jeez. Oh man, this ER. The amount of ER is killing me. And I have no Fav Codex leveled. Maybe I could level a Fav Codex right now. Oh, so that's why, because I have Widzit. That's why my crit ratios are decent. Okay. Let me think. Okay. So we'll replace the circlet with something that has energy recharge. Anything that has energy recharge. Okay, you know what? Let's swap to this. There. Okay. Okay. That is certainly a lot better. Ooh, wow, that's better. That's even better. 24 ER. Let's see. Does this give us... no, still not enough. So I think I'm going to have to try and raise Fav Codex. Hopefully I have enough mats. Wait, HP percent? I have an HP percent thing. Where? Where? It's 11% crit rate, 29% crit damage. I think both. What's the crit damage in crit rate? 52 crit value. Wow, jeez. Good evening. Hey, what's up, the rustic bud? Yo, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? How you doing? Sorry, I'm sort of like trying to rush build Charlotte here so that she could have. Wait, are her talents even leveled? No, not really. Do I even need to level this thing up? Hang on. What does this do? What does leveling this up do? Just makes it do more damage? Okay, no. So I don't need to level that. So how about this? I imagine this increases the healing, cast healing. Okay, pretty big difference. Continuous regeneration. Okay. I think I have enough mats to level this up at least to 9. Hang on, give me a moment. Fav Codex. I also need to really quickly level up Fav Codex because I definitely do not have enough energy recharge for this.
Time to go.
I can't even remember the last time I got a 50 CV artifact. At this point in time, though, like it's CV is still a pretty good sort of way to tell a good artifact or not. With all the different character archetypes, like the different team archetypes that have become available in recent patches, CV like crit isn't like the only useful stat anymore now. Still a very useful stat, one of the most useful stats ever. But like for example, we have a lot more HP scaling characters now, a lot of defense scaling characters now, and characters that need a lot of energy recharge that don't even do good damage. So, but yeah. And for some reason, I don't. Yeah, I hardly ever get even 30 CV artifacts anymore. For some reason, and I'm not sure why. Four 71971. Okay. How does RJ have 102 million more? Wait. Yikes. No. These are not the droids you are looking for. This shush. No. You didn't. Nobody saw anything. How many of these mats do I have now? 488. Okay, 488. Okay, I think I have enough of that. What is this? Justice Scrolls. Which one of these is Justice? This thing. Okay, 52. 13. 42. Okay. We have 80, 461. Definitely have more than enough of the Samatural scrolls. Okay, Decarabian stuff. 180. Okay, this one I'm not sure if we have enough. 76. Ah, man. Okay, this one is definitely we were gonna come up short. I think I'm gonna have to settle for a level 80 Fab Codex. Okay, Sag. But hey, let's make it. He robbed a bank in Liyue. I robbed what's the Snezhnayan bank called again? Like the one in Liyue? I don't remember what it was called. Northland Bank, yeah. I robbed the Northland Bank. And like, because I'm the traveler, they couldn't do anything about it. You can only rob it once. Yeah. Apparently in Fontaine, there's also a chest that gives the same amount of Mora. Yeah, in Fontaine. It's in the city too. Okay, what is this called? Artifice, dynamic gear. Is this okay? I need 19 of these, I think. Yeah, 19? Yeah, okay. And I need 22 of the things. What is it called again? Justice thing. Justice Scrolls. Justice League. Man, anybody here like that show? I really love that show. I'm kind of sad that Warner Bros. Isn't making that anymore. Okay, definitely have more than enough of that. How about the horn things? The Metaturl horns. 8. And I need 27. Okay, I need to make 19 of these. Okay, so here we are. The Decorabian stuff. This is where it gets complicated. I have to try and min-max my chances of getting how many 76, 73. Okay, I can make 24. Ooh, okay, good. I can make one more. Wow, not bad. Alright, still got plenty. Alright, so how many? I have 80, and how many do I need? The black ones, 9. Okay, so 71. I can make 23. Hopefully you get more. Awesome. Wow. Okay, got quite a few from there. Which means you can make 3 more. Alright, great. I'm not gonna risk it. I wish I could just make one and then just get one bonus, but I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, so now the gold ones. Also, that's no. What am I looking at? Okay, here. Alright. How many do I have of this? 43. Okay, 43. We have 43 black ones, and I need 9. And I think I'm an idiot. I did the chain things. That's the wrong one. I am an idiot. Okay. 34. Okay, I can make 11. Oh, nice. Okay. Which means I can make one more. Okay, good. Alright, so we have 4. Okay, we have enough. We have 9. Okay. We have 13 of the silver ones, which means I can just try to make one. Okay, no. I guess this level 90 Fab Codex is not happening this evening. Yeah, especially because today is not this Matt's day. Sure. I'm struggling on 11-3. Floor 11-3 with the Mirror Maiden. I'm lacking DPS. Oh yeah, yeah. The Mirror Maiden, even on floor 11, is quite tanky. Especially because there are 3 of it, right? Like, and also they're not together, so you can't just like group them all together and like DPS them all down at the same time. They come in waves. Like you have to kill this Mirror Maiden to get the next one and to get the next one, and all the while, like, sure, you could ignore the treasure hoarders, like just focusing down the Mirror Maidens, but the treasure hoarders kind of get annoying at some point, especially if you just don't have good crowd control. They like group them up together while you're focusing down the Mirror Maidens. They can kind of get annoying. Okay, Fav Codex. Alright, there we go. Okay, crit ratio is yikes. At least we have enough crit rate to proc Fav Codex though. So it should be fine. Oh wait, I think I have to make sure to lock... Did I get the thing yet? There is a... So everybody knows about the Dark Iron Sword, right? And apparently, in Chenyu Vale, there's a second copy of it. Okay, I guess I didn't get the first copy yet on this account. Okay, so there's a second copy of the Dark Iron Sword in Chenyu Vale. I don't know if anyone knows about it, but there is. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Let me see. How about Harbinger Dawns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I already have two R5s of them. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I guess I didn't need to lock these ones. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sorry. I'm just making sure I have copies of like all the 3-star weapons too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have our 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Especially these ones, White Tassel and 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe one more. Okay, White Tassel and Skyrider Greatsword, because the only way you can get them is through chests in Liyue. Why don't you just R5 them and keep those? Too tiring. I don't want to use up my Mora. I don't have enough Mora. You need Mora to refine weapons. And I don't want to run out of Mora. 102 million. Oh, I think the big reason why I didn't want to refine them was way back then when I was locking all of them. We didn't have the like multi-refine in one go yet. Maybe now I'm a little more like I would be happy to refine them, but not right now. Like that would be too boring to do it on stream. Yeah, definitely that 10k more is so much. Hard to, oh, that was okay. Okay, come on. Go through all the weapons. So we can finally start using up those Mystic Enhancement ores. Okay, finally. Okay, so I think this is about where we stop.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, okay, this should be enough. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is definitely more than enough ER. 218, yeah. Yeah. Plus the Fav Codex, what's it called? Particles.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour.
Man, I gotta say, I'm excited to use this. I have not used Morgana. I mean, there's no more Mona in there, so I'm not sure if calling it Morgana is still appropriate. I've not used a Ganyu Freeze team in quite a long time. I'm feeling a bit of nostalgia right now, honestly. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna do very well. What's even the rotation?
Born of icy
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
time to shine. Say cheese, break it loose. This is long overdue.
Wind strike.
Ganyu definitely does not have enough
One with wind and
ER.
Strike a pose. Let mine in. Let go and stop. Hold that pose. Hard hitting it. Born of ice and frost. All hail.
Wow, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. I guess Farina is doing a lot of work, you know, to increase our team damage here.
Say cheese. Shower me with praise.
Wind strike.
But not bad. Just follow your heart. Stop.
Here's my knowledge. Gotcha. Quietly now. Here comes your catch. This way.
Do the spin attack. Yes.
Born to oblivion.
Okay. Just don't lift me off the ground, please.
This leads to busted. Shine down.
I kind of don't want to. Okay, that did it, I guess. This might. Ah! Yeah, I heard that. Ganyu is not in a good way right now.
Journey ends
Some target
here.
practice. Storm my knight. Storm.
Sacrifice is ready.
Time to shine.
Where do you think you're going?
Break it loose. For Rex Lapis.
Can we get some? Oh my god. Can we get some freezes going on, please? Jeez. Man, Farina's a off-field hydro AoE application. Certainly not super reliable.
Target pack. One with wind and cloud. Embrace a storm.
Strike a pose. Let the world come
Where do you
alive.
think you're
Say
going?
cheese. This is long overdue.
Into the wind. care for coming as foretold.
Just enough.
Dance with me. Adorn my night. One with nature.
Shower me
The
with
show's only just begun.
Miles! Breaking you! For Rex Lapis! Born of ice and frost.
Oh, nice. The scorpion's frozen.
At least you were here to watch.
Man. What? This team's really fun, man. I don't know why Hoyo kinda hates on Freeze.
There is
They
grow.
Quiet now. Gotcha. Game's up.
they've made Freeze, I wouldn't say irrelevant, but like they seem to be trying to make people forget about Freeze. I guess they're trying to do that so that they can bring back Freeze when Snezhnaya comes. They're trying to, because like Freeze was really good in the early days. They're trying to make people forget that Freeze is good, or like Cryo is good.
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now. Busted.
Stand with me! Torn to oblivion!
We nut, more like you nut. You nut, get up after you sleep. You nut. Get it? You nut. You know, cause we nut. That's okay. I'll just play. How did we infuse Cryo? Or sorry, Electro?
Hold that pose! Let my nature fall in song! Hard hitting it! All hail! No touching!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature.
Time to shine! Miles! Breaking you! For Rex Lapis!
People will just reuse reverse melt when Snezhnaya comes. I don't get it. It's okay. I tried to do it, but even I couldn't get how I was gonna make the joke work, man.
Committed to memory! The Temple of Wisdom!
Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Time's over.
Looking for a fight? Now you shall perish! Make yourselves at home! This may hurt a little.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Our bond is blood.
Oops. Well, unfortunate timing. Remember the time that I cleared the bit at AR-23? Really? Random time to remember it, huh? The boss couldn't hit Nahida because of her height. I believe that joke is a little more appropriate on another character that is also having a rerun this patch. You know, like it's a height joke. So, and I know Nahida's not very tall, but the height jokes don't really belong on Nahida. I believe they belong on no, stop. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Xiao means short, according to my Chinese friend. It does actually, but it depends on which intonation. It depends on which intonation of of Xiao because Chinese, all Chinese characters, Mandarin Chinese characters have four intonations. There's like the one that's just going up, the one that's going down, the one that goes down and then up, and then the one that just stays flat. So I'm not sure how to properly say the down up one, but I know I know that the one that goes up is more like ah, and the one that goes down is more like ah, and then the one that just stays flat is like ah. So, and I'm not sure which intonation Xiao small is. I think it's going down. Hang on, let me see if I could all right, Google Translate small.
Xiao.
Oh, it's the down up one. Yeah. It's the down up one. So yeah, Xiao is small in Chinese. Oh, I didn't even level up. I didn't even level up Charlotte's burst. I forgot to level it up. Oh, no matter. I might have to farm some mats just so I could level 90 Fav Codex. I mean, until now, I've never really found a need for it. But, you know, I guess while I'm leveling it up, I might as well level it. Tomorrow's the Ascension mat day for it, though. I'm gonna have to remember to farm for it tomorrow. It's the up-down one. Yep. I zoomed in all the way in my screen. Oh, you mean you're using a phone, right, Onoko? Yeah, just zoom out like you would if you're using if you're on YouTube on mobile. It's been a while now. It's been a while now. I think it's been out for like 4 months, I think 4 or 5 months. Yeah, you could just zoom in or out. Laptop. Oh, just hold control and then scroll up or down to zoom in and out. Yeah, just hold control on a browser. Or maybe you accidentally opened magnifier, like Windows magnifier. If you did that, then that's gonna be kind of annoying. Xiao means short, according to Google. Short? No, I mean, I don't know. Like, as far as I remember, Xiao is small. Because big is da, and then Xiao is small. I'm Chinese. The Xiao word Xiao has not. The Xiao word Xiao has is not this, which means freedom. A variant of Xiao. What is this? The MCU? You have different variants from different universes.
Now you shall perish.
Multiverse. The Xiaoverse. I got Oratrice. All my friends who played Genshin. What? How did you Oratrice or you got Oratrice?
Stand back. Nice and spicy.
Oh, I guess that's by all. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's by, not my.
Inazuma shines eternal.
How did they do that? Or a trees meme. What? What's that? There's an Oratrice meme? What? We have a lot of Xiao.
Illusion
Especially in Cantonese. From what I remember, Cantonese has five or something like that. 5 or 6 different intonations.
torn to oblivion.
I remember having a student once from Hong Kong. I still do have one student now from Hong Kong, and but you know, he's a kid, so he can't really exactly tell me stuff. I remember having an adult student once from Hong Kong, and she told me about the difference between Mandarin and Cantonese, at least like intonation wise. And
There is no escape.
she explained to me the first 4 intonations, which are essentially the intonations in Mandarin, but then like she didn't even bother explaining to me the last one for Cantonese.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Look it up on YouTube. I'll try doing that, yeah. After I do Abyss on all 3 accounts. Yeah, I'm done on this account anyway. Xiaoverse sounds cool. Xiaoverse. I was trying to think of the like the Spider-Verse, and then like trying to put it together with Xiao. So Xiao is a bird, right? Like anybody know what kind of bird Xiao is? Like his animal form. I mean, is that wrong? I'm really not sure. Like for some reason I'm remembering Xiao's animal form is a bird. Forgot what type of bird it is. Yeah, maybe we could Google it. Hang on.
Time itself is a silent song.
Jade. Oh, here, Jade Bird. Let me see. Does that work with verse? Jade Bird verse.
And those
Nah.
that come across Liyue tend to
No,
stay away.
that sounds terrible. Will I need to condense before tomorrow's reset? Let me see. 4.5. 4:11. Okay, no, I won't. So you can just be here. Okay, alright, be right back, guys. Just gonna swap accounts. Oh yeah, that's right. What was that achievement I got earlier? Cryo, Hydro, Pyro, and Electroshock reactions at least once within 2 seconds. Okay, yeah. Alright, I imagined it was like one of these elemental reactions. Especially after I Kazuha swirled all those different elemental slimes. Finch. I think that sounds even worse. Finchverse. You know, every time I hear the word Finch, I can't help but think. Yeah, I can't help but think back to American Pie. Right? Like, didn't they have a friend named Finch? It was the eccentric one. The guy that didn't wanna go number 2 at school. And Stifler gave him a laxative. Put a laxative in his coffee. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and voila! No need to do any more daily commissions.
Thank you for
Maybe I'm gonna do my resin stuff first. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if you guys are old enough to have watched American Pie, like when it was popular. And I don't know if you guys were old enough to watch it when it was popular. Because like I'm sure most of you guys are old enough to be able to watch it now. You guys should definitely watch it, American Pie. Don't watch the one that I don't remember the different ones, but like watch the first 3 original ones. 3 or 4? Like essentially watch the first 3 original ones, like the first 3 ones, and then watch like there was 1 or 2 about a couple of years ago with the same cast. Watch that. Don't watch the other American Pies that have a different cast. They kind of suck. Yeah, watch the OG ones with the OG cast. They're pretty good. They're pretty funny. Also, don't watch it with your, don't watch it with your family behind you, and maybe watch it with headphones on. Just a recommendation. Don't worry though. It's nothing. It's nothing bad. It's just very often used comedically. Yeah. Anyway, it's a really good watch. Really good watch. Oh no! Wait, what am I doing? Be using my other team. Okay. I just searched American Pie. First photo comes up with a guy naked surrounded by girls. Okay. Wow. I'm. You know what? I'm not surprised that most of you haven't heard of it. Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a pretty big deal to most people who are about the same generation as me, because no, and like my generation and like slightly older generations than me, mostly because like even me, I wasn't old enough to watch it when it was released. Like I was old enough to watch it quite a few years after it was released. Oops. Okay. There. Oh. RJ watched it illegally. Stop. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, oh, you mean that illegally? No. No, I promise. Yeah, I promise you, I was definitely a lot older than I needed to be by the time that I watched it.
Everybody stand back!
Time for retribution!
Another thing that I really like about American Pie 2 is like because of when it was released, it sort of showcases what life was like back then. Like especially most obviously, say for like high schoolers, right? American high schoolers. And it definitely is a very very Americanized like lifestyle from back then. But it's also like it's a little bit of a parody of that, but at the same time showcases like the simplicity of stuff back then, right? Like, no smartphones back then. Just people would just actually hang out and like talk to each other, and it was cool. It gives me that sense of nostalgia from back then. Okay, my brain just stopped working for a bit. Okay, we're back online. We're good. We're back online, everyone. Shinrin, I honestly thought you were talking about the other side, like watching it illegally, and then I realized, oh, she's talking about this illegal. But no.
Another test subject.
We go.
Suffocate.
The wind knows me.
Going in! Huh? Let me read you a verse.
The wrong
Your
test
taste!
subject.
Nice and spicy!
Please come closer.
Let's get down.
Come closer.
Time to
Okay, we're good. Underage viewing? No. I promise you, I was definitely a lot older by the time that I watched it. I like when I was like too young to watch it, then I did very often hear my friends talk about it. Like they were often talking about like almost every time they talked about it, they would just laugh, and I would just be like, oh, I just thought that like the words American and pie were a joke, and that was like the first few times, and then at some point I realized, oh, it's a movie, and then like they would often talk about like different scenes about it, and I would just think that, oh, okay, this is that kind of movie, okay. And then like I was a kid, I really wasn't interested in like movies and stuff. All I wanted in life was just to play with my friends. That's all I cared about.
witness the power of Gugwa.
Another test subject.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Where are the rain swords going, man? Oops.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Stabilize.
Hey! Here comes the catch. Our bond is strong.
Another test subject.
Oh, I just remembered. I actually now have on this account, I have Nahida's lamp. Like, yeah, you can see it right there. See? The lamp. While I was trying to pull for Xianyun's weapon, I lost. I won the 25-75, but then I lost the 50-50 between the lamp and the fan. Oh, I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. I'm pulling for weapons. What are the weapons on the banner? A lamp and a fan.
Teamwork is dream.
Clouds high. Birds call. Wind strike.
You're toast. Rain cutter. Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. In this body. Let's light it up.
Did you even have good internet at the time to watch that legally? Not American Pie, by the way. No, because... Oh, wait. No. Wait, I don't even remember. When did I watch it for the first time? Oh, no, I didn't even watch it, like, through the internet. I just bought a DVD of it. Yeah, I just bought a DVD of it. I wasn't even in my hometown. I wasn't even in this city at that time. I just in Cebu City, in the Philippines. I've mentioned a couple of times that I lived and worked there for quite a few years, and in Cebu City, there's and I guess it's the same for basically a lot of the bigger cities in the country, but in Cebu City, there's like a specific part of downtown where you will see nothing but just, well, maybe not nothing, you'll see all kinds of things, including DVDs of essentially everything. and I thought, oh wait, is that American Pie? And then I just thought, okay, well, I kept hearing about this when I was a kid, so me and my then girlfriend, now wife, decided to buy it and watch it together, and it was hilarious. We literally watched it like not on the internet. But to answer your question, what was my internet back then? I don't remember. I think it was like it was still DSL. Yeah, this was like 2013. Yeah, 2012, 2013. Fiber wasn't as widely available just yet. And it was like a lot more expensive than just traditional DSL. So I just had 1 Mbps internet, and not MB, like, because, you know, marketing, right? You know, like internet service providers never sell based on megabytes per second. They always sell based on megabits per second. And that's like, and that's why I really don't like speedtest.net, because like here in the Philippines, the essentially every ISP and like the guys that install your internet, like once they install it, they connect to your Wi-Fi on their phone or whatever, and then they do a speed test on speedtest.net, and then they show you, okay, here's the speed you're getting. All right, well, this is what you're paying for, and then that's it. All right, done. And then they just get out of there. So, but it's not a very good indicator of like if your internet is actually working fine or not. No, absolutely not. Plus the fact that it's not even like when you go and download stuff in Windows, and not just in Windows, but in like game launchers and like basically everywhere on computers, it's always in megabytes and not megabits. And it's really annoying. And I'm kind of annoyed that I figured this out really, really late. And when I was a kid, like in 4th and 5th and 6th grade, and in high school and in college, I was still living with my parents, right? Obviously, I was a student, and my parents only got in, you know, PLDT's marketing terms, 512 kbps. And KB, now that I realize it, was kilobits and not kilobytes. Now, what's the difference between kilobits and kilobytes? 1 byte is 8 bits. Just some business things. I know. It's not a lie. It's marketing. It's not a lie. They are not lying. They are marketing. Boy. But yeah. So I always wondered why when I went to, so this was back then in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Did you read my previous comment? Which comment? That was like ancient times. Was it about the America thing? I'm pretty sure I did. It was like destroy something. And then I asked you whether that was
The scenery is wonderful.
I asked you to confirm whether if you were talking about like the American like mindset.
There's no end to this.
Everybody stand back!
One with nature.
Nice and spicy. Time to act. No
Okay, this time I did not make the mistake of using Xingqiu's burst because I didn't need to. But yeah, so I when I was a kid, I always wondered why, like my internet says, or at least like PLDT says my internet should be 512 kbps, and I really thought that was like half a megabyte a second, right? And because like in Windows, in game launchers and on LimeWire, I don't know if you guys know what LimeWire is, but that was like one of the ways to procure a lot of music. Yeah, LimeWire. From in the 2000s, and I don't know how old LimeWire is, like if it was back in the 90s, but I know that was the thing, the way to get music, one of the many ways to get music back in the 2000s. And it was always in it was always in Mbps,
Time to act.
Mbps and megabytes a second, and kilobytes a second. And I always wondered why my download speed was always only what was it? Like it would like if I was only downloading one thing and nothing else, it would only, the max it would go to was like 100 kbps. Like 90, and it would hardly ever get to 100. It was just almost always 90, 95, etc. kbps. And then I thought, isn't this supposed to be 500? And I always wondered that. LimeWire. Hey. What's up, man? Woo, Rustic Bud knows. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I see everything.
Yeah, and apparently that's because PLDT was providing 500 kilobits a second, and if you divide that by 8, that's less than 100 kilobytes a second. So a 3 megabyte song would always take me around a minute. Yeah, around a minute to download. And this game that I played, one of the first like bigger file size games that I played back then was this game Rakion, and it said the game was 800 megabytes. So I did the math. I thought that it would just take me, because my internet was half a megabyte, so I did the math. Okay, so 800 seconds times 2. Okay, 1600 seconds. I did the math. All right, how many minutes is that? 1600 seconds times 1600 seconds divided by 60. How many minutes is it? Okay, so I should be able to download this entire game in less than half an hour, right? Especially if I don't watch YouTube, right? Because that's the thing about having like internet speeds that low, is like any small thing that you do is like the biggest thing ever. Like you very much feel it. Just one YouTube video at 240p and your download time goes from
Commit to memory. Tempo
your download time goes from like 20 minutes to an hour. And yeah, so I had to. What did I do even? Oh, while I was downloading the game, I just played some Dota 1 against some AI, against some bots, and I played some StarCraft against some bots. And here I am, 2024, still playing StarCraft. Not even StarCraft 2, StarCraft Brood War, really. I kind of don't like StarCraft 2. I mean, it's a good game, honestly, but I prefer StarCraft Brood War, really, because like the unit movements in StarCraft 2, they seem a little too fluid, and it like in StarCraft Brood War, because of the movements of the units are imperfect, it feels like it's part of the game. It's part of what makes it's part of the challenge. It's part of something. It's part of the skill. It's one of the skills that you have to master in order to get really good at the game. Is like knowing how to move your units to get them to move, in a way that will put you at an advantage.
Quiet. Game turns over.
dissipate. I see everything. Yeah.
Busted.
Terrified.
Some people ask them Japanese that which country do you like? They said US. They also asked which countries do you hate? They said India. Really?
Time to go.
Fascinating. I wonder why. I mean, has India ever done anything to Japan? I
Let me weave you.
can't recall anything. I mean, I'm hardly a history expert, but I don't remember anything major. It must have been something minor, like too minor for a dweeb like me to know about.
I see everything.
Things are about to get dicey.
Our bond is strong.
Stabilize.
Here comes the catch.
Stand with me.
Gotcha.
Grow. I'll handle this.
One of India's leaders was allies with Japan back in the time of World War II. Really? Huh, I wonder why. Weird.
Fallen leaves adorn my.
Everybody stand back. Eat this.
Witness the power.
The wind knows me.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Oh, maybe it's because like India is just so it's hard for anyone not to think India and online scammers in the same thought. Maybe it's that.
Things are about to get dicey.
Our bond is strong.
And I know that online scams don't only come from India, but like most of them are from India.
Another
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Time to go. One with nature.
Everybody stand back!
Witness the power of the wild. Time to attack.
The wind knows
Pick the wrong test subject.
into the wind.
Going in! Light it up! Eat this!
Rain cutter. No, my sword.
Japan's the last country to be scammed. Yeah, I know. And it's like most of the time the target of these online scams, and like they're not even just online scams. Some of them are through the telephone marketing scams, etc. Are most of the time these are Westerners, like they're from like the Five Eyes countries, or from some other wealthy country. Okay, we finally get to use this team, and I'm kind of excited. I mean, I did get to use it on my main account, but then my ping was like 700, 900, like an hour ago or 2 hours ago on my main account, so I didn't really get to enjoy using this team properly. Here we are. Let's actually use it for reals this time. Although this Diluc is not as well built as my other Diluc, so... but it is C5, so... does that mean it's better? I don't know.
Stray cloud converge.
Time to shine! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
It's... still plunging for quite a bit, so I guess it's not that bad.
Make way for the...
My name echoes song! Going in!
Skyward!
India does have a lot of scammers. Yeah. I mean, from what I've heard, apparently, normal like Indians also don't like these scammers. Like they don't like the fact that all these scammers and like essentially the scamming industry in India is like ruining India's reputation.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Oh, let me out! Let me out!
Shine down! Grow, grow, grow! Here comes the catch! Stand with me!
Can I hit it? Oh, I hit one. I think. Oh. Ow.
Let's play Primordial.
Inazuma shines eternal!
RJ, how's your Yelan damage only doing 7k? Is that the normal value for Yelan? Probably because I'm not using her off field. Or sorry, she's off field. So she's not benefiting from her own passive. And what else? No swirl. No VV.
Your
Finally,
journey
some
ends
target
here,
practice.
Lord of Sand.
Raise the storm!
Bright cloud
converge. Time to shine.
Where do you think you're going?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
If your crocodile just comes here, bro, just wait till your crocodile comes here. I'm going to turn it into my... I'm gonna make a wallet out of it. Just come here, you. There you go.
Make way for the Xianyun and Nahida. Let the world be alive. Everybody stand back.
Coming was foretold. Dance with me for the eternal oasis.
The show's only just
Bloom as the flowers in Gurabad.
skyward. Seize the skies.
Bound as one.
199. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Okay, finally.
The eternal oasis at long last.
Everybody stand back.
What the? Wait, this is the first half? Wait, this is not happening. This is... Why is this taking so long? Did I guess I didn't group them up really well? I mean, like, you can't exactly group them up here. There's no crowd control, but I guess they were too far apart for me to actually just... This is kind of annoying. The guy's crocodile is just, like, always far away.
Goodbye, but we'll meet again. Your coming was foretold. Dance with me.
Seize the skies. Xianyun and Nahida. Let the world be alive.
Bloom as the flowers in Gurabad.
Can I just use my skill? Thank you.
At least, you are here to watch.
The eternal.
I learned this, if you bombed a country, you will get love, but if you eat with your hand, you get hatred. I mean, yeah, it's situational. Obviously, there's a lot more nuance to it.
Make yourselves at home. Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over. No.
Busted. Torn to oblivion.
Why did that sound really loud just now? Was it always that loud?
Temple of Wisdom.
Quiet now. Things are about to get dicey.
This way. Now you shall perish. Shine down. Commit to memory. Make yourselves at home.
I don't think this is happening. This is kind of annoying.
Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over. Get with me.
Man, the C0 Raiden Shogun is like...
There is no escape. This place turns
makes a big difference. Like, between just, you know, brain dead easy, finishing up a chamber, and making it kind of annoying. This is my third account, and this is a C0 Raiden Shogun. It has engulfing and everything, but Yep, there you go. But it's kind of annoying.
Make way for the... Let my name fill in song! Everybody stand back!
Come on. Put hydro on them. So I can vape. Thank you. No, they're still not hydroed. They're finally hydroed. Man, Farina's hydro application leaves a lot to be desired.
Seize the skies! Let the world fly! I'm going in!
I was just thinking about the character I want, and then I say my primo account. Say? Oh, you mean C. Yep. Said every Genshin player ever.
Sharing my knowledge! Here comes the challenge! This way! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! This way, Colonel. Make yourself at home! Gotcha! Things are about to get dicey. The bond is strong! Torn to oblivion! Committed to memory!
Can they just increase the 60 to 80? No, because... Do you know why we're only getting 3 intertwined fates for our loyalty? Where Star Rail people got it a 5-star for free. One of the best 5 stars so far. Right? One of the best 5 stars so far. Meanwhile, we get 3 fates for our, I'm doing air quotes, loyalty. So, no. Can't they just increase 60 to 80 every day? No, they can't. They can't even be bothered to give us a free 10 pull. I mean, like, they give us a 10 pull every lantern, right? Sure. Thank you. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Hoyo is very much taking a page out of Apple's book when it comes to maintaining the prestige of their brand and the value of their brand. Because, so, here's the thing, right? Genshin, obviously, it's a gacha game. And especially when it first came out, people thought, oh, it's a gacha game. Well, it's, you know... at first, yeah, sure, Genshin was pretty generous, so nobody batted an eye. So, sure. And everybody was too busy doing all the different kinds of content in the game at the time. Nobody thought about comparing the generosity between Genshin and other gacha games. Sure, no problem. But then once the content started running out, people started comparing. The thing with most gacha games is they're generally like really low budget games, right? And they're literally just designed to target people's addictions. Addictions to gambling and addictions to FOMO and power creeping, right? Power creeping every single character, every single time they run a new character so that you feel like you're gonna miss out on the new powerful character.
I still
Sure.
have a lot to do with the guild. How about you
But
take
then
the
that's
best while
not
I go
what
back?
Genshin is. That's not their vision for what Genshin is. Their vision for Genshin, especially after how much money they spent initially on initial development, right? Like just to get it out of the gate and get it released, right? 100 plus million US dollars on a gacha game. It's never been heard of before. Right? Sure. Like we got games like GTA 5. Right? Games like GTA 5 costing 400 million dollars to make. Doesn't even have anything to do with marketing. Just making the game was 400 million dollars. Sure. But is GTA 5 a gacha game? No. It's a traditional AAA game with a storyline, etc. So, no, they're very different kinds of games. And Oyo, I guess, because of their previous history, right? Like their previous games, Honkai Impact, they, I guess, have developed like this formula to, because they know that gacha games are essentially they're like money printers. As long as you can keep it going for so long, right? For if you can keep it going for a long time, essentially it's a money printer. If you can't keep it going, then essentially it's just a cash grab, is what it is. It's a dine and dash. And with Honkai Impact, they've sort of figured out a way to keep it going. Would they make money? Would they make more money if they power creep every single new character? Like if every single new character power crept every old character? Probably. But then they decided on this formula where they will essentially make waifus and husbandos, and then they will use the gacha system that targets people's addiction to gambling and FOMO to print money. And characterizing these different characters, making them lovable, just like how people love anime characters, right? Like everybody knows that anime lovers love their anime characters, even though they're characters that they cannot interact with because it's not a game, it's just a show. They just watch it and then they're like, oh wow, I love this character so much, right? Like, wow, did you see the latest episode? He did this, she did that, whatever, and like you just love that character even more, even though you can't even interact with it. And here we are, we can interact with them, at least, to some degree. We can make them jump, we can make them climb, we can make them do whatever in the game. That, plus the fact that there's this whole entire game all around this essentially anime, and the monetization is using, well, again, the gacha system and gambling and FOMO. But at the same time, they're placing a premium on it, just like why Apple will just never sell cheap iPhones. Because if they start selling cheap iPhones, another thing too is like if they suddenly allow iMessage to open up and just connect to other messaging services and be cross-platform, then they lose that prestige. They lose the reason why you will buy an iPhone and not just buy an Android, because you could still use iMessage on your Android phone. Right? You lose that prestige. Now, will you lose some sales along the way? Sure. But then you lose that prestige. You lose the people's feeling of like, I want to buy an iPhone because my friends have an iPhone. I want to play Genshin because my friends play Genshin. I want to pull for Farina because my friends have Farina. I want to pull for Xianyun because my friends have Xianyun. And I really like her character. And I really liked her character story. And I really liked her in the in the Lantern Rite event, right? Like it's like all of that together. They just whoever the director, like I don't remember the name of Genshin Impact's director. I know that they have different directors for their different games. And from what I heard recently, apparently the director for Honkai Star Rail is the same director. This prestige, this exclusiveness of Genshin that makes people feel like, no, you see, every wish costs this X amount of money because this, that. Because Genshin is like, look at it. It like its animations are really cool. You compare it to like other like what was that other game that kind of tried and pretended to be like something like Genshin? The one with terrible animations. The one that has like a hacking problem. Can't remember. Right? Like you compare it to that game, like look at that. Like wishes there are a lot cheaper than in Genshin because like look at the character design here, look at the character story quest, look at the this, the that, the whatever. Yeah, they and you gotta hand it to Genshin. I don't think there's a game out there right now that has anything similar to their elemental system. Yeah, I'm sure that some other games in the future will try to mimic that. But then I'm very sure that some of them, no, most of them will not do it as well as Genshin has, because I guess they will probably try and they'll realize, oh, this is too OP. So they will patch it out. Whereas, if you guys have noticed, Genshin has never directly buffed or nerfed characters. The one and only time they directly buffed a character was Zhongli. Oh, is the stream running like a slideshow? My bitrate seems to be fine. Yeah, I'm not losing any frames according to OBS. So, I don't know, man. Maybe your phone or computer is getting hot. But yeah. So, wait, I lost my train of thought there. What was I just saying? I played a half gacha game that has no free currency. Jeez. Right? And that is, I mean, like, you know, you can't fault them for trying, right? They are, no free currency means they are trying to make it feel exclusive, right? Where, and, you know, that has its advantages and that has its disadvantages. So because you have no F2Ps, that means you have a lot less players than you would if you had free currency. Because how dare them make Chinese gods weak? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Shinran. You just reminded me where I was. Yeah, that was the only time they've ever buffed a character. They've never ever directly nerfed anyone or anything in the game. They do it very indirectly, and like for example, if Hoyo ever does stuff like that, directly buff or nerf characters, don't you think they would have nerfed Xiangling by now? Or Xingqiu? Or Bennett? They would have done that. They would have done that ages ago. But no, they haven't. Because they are they're trying their best to like maintain this prestige around Genshin. And like in the same exact way, Apple does not recall stuff. Apple does not do stuff like that, right? Like, okay, here's an example. When the iPhone 10 came out, so many iPhone 6 and 6S users complained that their iPhone 6 and 6Ss were slower, were laggier. And Apple just came out and said, "Oh, we pushed out this update so that, you know, to balance the battery life of our older devices, battery life and performance." Right? So like they didn't change a thing. They didn't change anything. They had something ready, something to defend themselves with in case something like that happens, and in the end they didn't change a thing. Because once they start saying sorry and bowing down to the people, okay. I remember something from Iron Man 2 that what was his name? Like the bad guy, when Tony was talking to him in his in prison, like before he went into his prison cell, Tony talked to the guy something Ivan something like the bad guy, like the smart bad guy. Cool. Ivan Vankov. There you go. I just remembered. Yeah, Ivan Vankov. When you can make God bleed, there will be blood in the water, and then the sharks will come. I don't know, the game that has the highest players in India. I should be doing something. No, I don't have enough time for that right now, really. Oh, man. I'm sort of just rambling right now. Maybe I should walk around here too. Like maybe I'll find like a chest or two while walking around here. I'll give that a shot. Sure. Apple is crap. Taking away features and reselling them like a new invention. That's why I didn't like that brand one bit. Ah, man. I mean, like, you still can't fault them though, because like generally, not all the time, right? Not all the time, but they're usually late to the party when it comes to adding new stuff to their devices, but they usually bide their time. Like most of the time they take their time, and they're usually late to the party because they want a certain technology to mature enough so that it's more cheaply available, and it's available en masse, like and it's not gonna make their it's not gonna eat into their profit margins. And at the same time, they want a technology to be old enough and mature enough by the time that they implement it into their device, so that they won't come out with these products that kind of work but not really. Just like with Android, for example, Android phone manufacturers, they sort of try out this or that, right? Like they were the first to do under screen fingerprint scanners. Even Apple hasn't done anything like that yet. And it's been quite a few generations, right? Like we've seen quite a few generations of smartphone and Android smartphones that have their like the under screen fingerprint scanner. In fact, in recent years, we've been getting smartphones that have under-screen front cameras, right? Whereas Apple probably get one of those in 2038, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like I'm that's actually like my legitimate guess. They'll probably add like under-screen front cameras in like around there 2035, between 2035 and 2040. But yeah, again, I'm not defending them. I don't want to defend Apple because like they've done a lot of really just awful stuff. right? Like all the anti-repair stuff that they do, it's awful, right? Like, so taking away something and pretending that it is good, like they're doing something good, taking away features, taking away stuff that should be like that should come along with their devices, and saying it is for this, right? Like for example, making older phones, like I said earlier, making like iPhone 6s, iPhone 6s's, like pushing out an update that makes those devices, the old devices, feel slower and laggier. Isn't that a way for you to encourage people to buy the most recent iPhone? Especially because, like, ooh, the newest iPhone looks very different, like all screen, right? The iPhone 10. iPhone 10 came out. iPhone 6s, iPhone 6s's. All of a sudden, a lot laggier. Makes people think, oh man, this phone's getting old. It wasn't there the new iPhone that came out. Oh, that looks cool. Why do we? I guess I guess it's probably time for me to switch to a new phone. I've had this thing for like ages, and it's getting old, right? Like it's stuff like that. And then when they get called out, when they get called out about it, they say, oh, it's because like these devices are getting old, and we wanted to make sure that our customers still our iPhone users still could use their devices, like the battery life wouldn't be too much more shorter than it used to be, right? Like taking away the charger, not including a charger, not even a charging cable, no power brick, no charging cable, making the box smaller. They're saying making the box, we're taking away the charging brick and the power cable, the charging cable, because it's a lot of our users already have chargers, and it allows us to make the boxes smaller, which is good for the environment, and it's less e-waste, because we won't be giving people chargers that they don't need anymore. Everything they do is to maximize profit. It's a business perspective. That's smart, but it's a consumer. But as a consumer, it's not for me. And plus the fact that like you can't deny they have full control. They have complete control over iOS and macOS and iPadOS. And because it's proprietary, there's nothing anyone can do about it. There's nothing anyone can do about it. The hardware and the software go together, and they go together very well. And that's one of the reasons why they are so good at optimization. And like Apple devices are generally just overall better hardware-wise and software-wise and optimization-wise. When you look at the spec list, sure, you could easily spec list, and when you do benchmarks and stuff, sure, you'll probably see bigger numbers on Android devices, probably see bigger numbers on Windows devices, sure. But then like just the overall cohesiveness. Now I can't say that Apple is competitive in the PC market though. Yeah, they're definitely not competitive, but they are actually most Android phone manufacturers market share in 2020, I believe it was the end of 2022 was the last study of it. Most Android phone manufacturers market shares actually dropped. And Apple was one of the very few smartphone manufacturers whose market share actually went up. And you can't deny that they're doing well. Hmm. I don't know where I should be looking. I feel like I should still be finding something, but I can't. Can't seem to find anything anymore. I know I just recently did all of this, but I can't exactly remember every single one. And by this, I'm talking about like all the chests and challenges in every region. In every sub-region in Chenyu Vale. And yeah, going back to Hoyo. Yeah. Genshin Impact is trying very hard to follow in those footsteps. Those footsteps, and at the same time, like, I guess kind of Nintendo's as well. Nintendo's footsteps. Like, take for example, like what's the word I'm looking for? Take for example the fact that they don't want their IP ruined by leaks, right? Like, they will actually file lawsuits against people who, like, remember that kid, like, no, maybe not kid, but I guess teenager. Remember the teenager like 2 years ago, who got fined like about, I think it was like $70,000 because he got caught leaking. He was a teenager. He was a minor. Now, I guess Hoyo doesn't go after everyone, right? Because like if they did, then, you know, I don't know. It would be a lot messier. It'd be a lot messier. It'd be a lot more, you know, it'd be a lot more costly. And I'm pretty sure Hoyo doesn't want that either. But they just did that and a couple other things, essentially to, I guess, to warn everybody, to make sure that everybody feels like, okay, everybody feels like, okay, Hoyo's serious about this. And in the same way, Nintendo will crack down on anyone. I mean, like, Nintendo's very different in this regard. Rather, like, well, similar, but like very different. Like, they crack down on everyone, not just one person. To, you know, to warn, to make, to remind everyone that they're serious about it. But everyone, they crack down on everyone.
In this era of fair winds and gentle
Just make the boxes with recycling materials then. I mean, technically the boxes are, you know, technically the boxes are cardboard. So technically they are recyclable already. Didn't I? I don't remember doing this just yet on this account. Oh, no. Okay. I think I remember this now. I have to check out one of these swords. Not this one. I guess it was this one. Ah, yes. Okay, it was this one.
Solidify.
Access denied.
Okay, I can't swirl cryo on you. It's raining. Oops, what? What even is a hitbox in this game, dude? That arrow went straight through his face. Nintendo don't discriminate when giving lawsuits. Yeah, exactly. They whether you're okay. I remember a recent lawsuit that they filed against somebody who was, I don't remember what they were doing, but essentially they were like one of the, like, just a single person, not even a company. Like, it wasn't even making money off of it. He created a tool, or like and created, and at the same time like is sort of well, still continuing to update a tool that is like very often used to I guess emulate is the proper term for it. Yeah, emulate Nintendo games on not just PC. I don't remember what it was, but it was like multiple platforms. And Nintendo went after the guy. And like it's all, you know, I'm not saying it's okay to do it, to essentially like pirate stuff. But Hoyo is just sorry, not Hoyo. Nintendo is just making it so that fewer people are able to play their games. And what if that person already bought their game, right? They just want to play it on a different platform. They just want to play it on a different device. But no, Nintendo says no. We don't support that device.
Perhaps one
If you want to play our game, you should play it the way we made it to be played.
skyward. Skyward.
I'm surprised. How did Nintendo not go after Palworld? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean like Palworld, like cuz like all the Pokemon stuff? Probably not just yet. I mean, like the resemblance is uncanny. So, I mean, you would think that Nintendo would just bring down the house like really easily. Your Farina looks different. What? My Farina looks different. What do you mean? You mean like she's greener and she looks more like a bird? And she can move like a bird? If it sings like a bird, if it looks like a bird, then maybe it's Farina? I'm sort of just moving around randomly, just looking for anything I can find. I'm already at 92%. By the way, I did not 100% the other subregions on this account by just randomly roaming around. I actually did follow. I did that region and the Upper Vale earlier today by just following someone's video, and now I kind of don't really have enough time to follow the entire 2-hour video to 100% this region. So while I'm rambling, I'm sort of just, you know, running around. Maybe I'll find something. Maybe not. I think this is part of Upper Vale now. Yeah, I think this is part of Upper Vale already. How does she walk on water? That is... okay. So that's because this... I'm not sure where, but like a part of this place. So I think it's especially like from here to like here somewhere. Like I think this general area, the water is just, it's walkable. Walkable. Whoa, I haven't done this one yet. They're hunting the boar. Boosh.
No touching.
Wind strike.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. I guess those helitrails weren't part of this place. Okay, dude. How am I?
Solidify.
Is there a torch here somewhere? Give me a torch. Give me something.
Stabilize.
Seems like there's no pyro here anywhere. Oh wait, there was a fire here, and I somehow put it out.
Solidify.
The birds come.
Access denied.
This is order. Gather.
Next on the agenda.
Oh, yo, oh.
There's nothing wrong with
999 ping, jeez. My internet farted. Ajay, I remembered the last abyss. Those Mirror Maiden gave me a good challenge. So I made my character so strong that this time I crushed them like an ant. Alright, good for you, man. Congratulations. That's certainly an achievement worth mentioning. What? There's another one over there. How have I missed all of this? They're literally right here. Oh, wait, I remember this one. Wow, I somehow already broke the thing there. It was like one of those hydro things there. But for some reason, I just passed by this? Weird.
Let's go get ourselves some
It's
answers.
the first time I saw Hilichurl's hunt a boar, or I may have forgotten about it. That's interesting. I know, right? I thought it was funny. Like, it was funny. But I feel like it's only natural, right? Because, like, Hilichurls sort of are kind of like animals, but at the same time, they're, like, a little more intelligent than just a regular animal. Because, like, apparently they're like they're similar to like wolves or lions who sort of like live together and work together. And I thought that was fascinating, seeing them chase down a boar.
no touching. We're way behind schedule.
No, I already did this one. I wonder what I'm missing here.
Skyward! Yeah! Skyward!
Already got the chest from up there. Let's see. Anything else? Wow, really? I've missed like some of these really open ones for some reason.
Access denied.
The ones that were like really hidden for some reason, I remembered them and didn't miss them somehow.
Next on the agenda.
I have a question about the abyss. Sure. What is it, man? Where was the other one again? I don't remember.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Hey RJ, hey, what's up, puppeteer? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Wait, is this a thing that I haven't done yet? No, I've done this one already. For some reason, I don't remember where the other Sealy is. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have two proper Alhaitham teams, Alhaitham Hyperbloom, Nivelet Vape.
Perhaps one should invent some form of
Which one should I use in first half? Nivelet Vape, Alhaitham Hyperbloom. Alhaitham should be in the first half because the Wee Nut has high Dendro Res. So I mean, Alhaitham, you know, if at least if even built decently well, definitely has more than enough DPS to take care of it. But you know, just save yourself the trouble. Just put Alhaitham your Alhaitham team in the first half. You do want to make sure you have a bow character on the second half too, to deal with the flying robot chicken boss thing. I forgot what it's called on Chamber 3 second half. We're at 4.4 and 4.5 onwards. We usually get the second act for Archon story quest. I wonder if it will be for Yuna or Nivelet.
The mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few
Oh, that's
simple
fascinating.
words.
Yeah, that's a good
Why must the listener
good
grow
thought. Yeah, I
lost?
wonder if we're gonna get a Nivelet or a Farina one. Okay, that's not a challenge. This is an event. Drake. Something Drake. Sure. Thank you.
Solidify.
Hey, RJ. Won my first ever 50-50 on Nahida. Finally, after 7 back-to-back 50-50 losses. Hey, congrats, Bozan. Congrats on your Nahida. Is that your first Nahida?
Skyward! Scatter!
First Nahida. Nice, nice. Congratulations, man. Hopefully you pre-farmed her so you could enjoy her faster than usual. You know, earlier than like 3 weeks. If rumors are true that Nivelet is on the next patch, it's a high chance he might get Act 2 plus get a new weekly boss. Oh yeah, that's right. Those are the rumors, right? Yeah, right. So and hang on. How many? I missed something. Oh. So, how many version updates is it usually before we get a rerun of the Archon after their initial release?
These could be salvaged for parts.
Is it 2 version updates? Or 3? I don't remember.
Skyward! could be salvaged.
How many
in
weekly
parts.
bosses will we have? I mean, so far we have 2 weekly bosses for every region.
Gather.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's completely true. So Mondstadt has Dvalin and Boreas. Liyue has the Tartaglia weekly boss and Ajdaha. Inazuma has the Senora boss and Raiden Shogun weekly boss.
Access denied.
Sumeru has the Slug and Scaramouche. And Fontaine, so far, we have the Narwhal and nothing else.
Perhaps one should invent some form of curio discernment mechanism.
Is that everything? I'm pretty sure that's everything.
Solidify.
Born of ice and frost.
Into the wind.
Suffocate. Picked the wrong test subject.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
I still want Xianyun, but I'm at like 30 pity. Well, hey, you know what? At least, you know, you can, especially if you like the 4 stars on this banner too. I mean, Gaming's not bad. Farina, sorry, not Farina. What? Farzan. Yeah, Farzan is actually a decent 4-star, especially if you're trying to go for Xianyun, right? Because like pretty good animal buffer, and if you want Xiao, or if not Xiao, then at least Xianyun as a DPS, or if not Xianyun, then Kazuha, or essentially any, like even Sucrose. Wait. You can make Sucrose into Xiao now with Farzan and Xianyun. I just realized that. Yeah. If you want the 5-star on the banner, you can just keep wishing for it. And if you do not get them, then at the very least, you're building pity, right? At the very least, you're building pity so that your next 5-star will just come sooner. But man, just don't be like other players, man. Build the quote-unquote building pity on a banner whose 5-star they don't want. Don't do that, man. This is just asking for trouble. Second account always gives me problems. That's the problem. I don't have a bow character second half, but I have first half. I have Yelan. So who's your Nivelette team? Who's your Nivelette vape team? Nivelette kind of doesn't really need a team, right? So generally, you have Nivelette and then anyone else you want. Especially if your Nivelette is built well enough. Oh, there's a thing. I just turned my head and I saw it. Yep, that's definitely a thing. Oh, there.
What?
Wow, wait, 97? I've only found a couple of things. How did we go from 90, I think it was 90 to 97? I only found like 5 things, I think. Themed cake is so much better than baked cake. Changed my mind. Steamed food is a very Chinese thing. Unrevealed like them cakes moist. Double moist. Hey, you know, moist cake is not, you know, like that's pretty good, right? Like, isn't that how most people like their cake? Moist, as moist as possible. Oh, please tell me that's not an event thing. No, it's not. It's a real challenge. And that is the event thing. There's never a 5-star that I don't want, because I just want a 5-star. Well, okay. There lies the issue. Now, if only people were able to spend, like, I don't know, buy like the $100 pack once or twice every time a new character comes out. I'm honestly, I'm pretty sure people would be able to have every single character. Right, like every new character that comes out. At the very least, C0. At the very least, C0. C0 with no weapon. Because, you know, like, even completely F2P, players can already almost have every character at C0 with no weapon. On average luck. So, with just a bit of spending, you know, if you can afford to, then I'm pretty sure if you want every 5-star, you could. Oh, wait, there was a thing here. Somewhere here. I remember. There was a pot here. A big pot that I had to dig inside of. Was it this thing? No. Was it that way, I guess? Man, I don't remember. Oh, did you hear that, Shinrin? Puffy. Unrevealed likes his cake puffy. Hey, found it.
These could be salvaged for parts.
Oh, you, I guess, don't belong there. Okay, I remember this now. On one of these chairs, I think. Okay, there's another one.
Ah, what trinket?
Stabilize.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
As long as they're fluffy and sweet. Rice cakes are bomb though. I like rice cakes the most. You know, I don't think I've ever tried any Chinese food, like, properly cooked the Chinese way. Other than, like, just, you know, kind of fake Chinese food. Yeah, and when I say fake Chinese food, I mean, like, food from, like, restaurants that claim that they're Chinese restaurants, or claim that these, well, maybe not claim, but, like, they give them, like, a Chinese sounding name, but not really, you know, stuff like that. I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend money on the game. Yeah, I understand. I understand. No, I was just saying that it's you sort of just have to give up a little bit in order to have every character in the game. Like for example, not pulling on weapons, not pulling for constellations, right? Stuff like that. I don't work on getting any C6. Just stay C0 normally and don't wish on weapon banners. Alright, well that's good, man. That's good. Not like me. As for me, I have my own personal goals. Obviously you can see I have a C6 on you, right? And that was one of them. And I'm very happy that I finally completed that one of my goals. One of my mini goals.
On this fine day, the view from the heavens must be magnificent. Oh, don't fret. One has no intent to fly off and leave you on your own.
Oh.
On this fine day, these could be salvaged for parts. On this fine day, the view from the heavens must be magnificent. Oh, don't fret. One has no intent to fly off and leave you on your own. These could be salvaged for parts.
Okay, well, we're getting close. Getting close. Ooh, okay, there's one. I don't think that will give me 1 more percent though. I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be 99% even after I do that. Is that a chest? No, I think it was just a pot. Alright, give me a Spider-Man thing here. Give me something. Ah, okay. Oh.
These could be salvaged for
wait.
parts.
Well, okay, there we go. Here in the Philippines, we have a lot of rice cakes as your goodies. I'm sorry. Oh, so sorry. Biko, Kuchinta, Sapin, Bibingka, Suman, Moron, etc.
If you are
Whenever I pass by the rice cakes,
perhaps we could stop
rice cakes
while
food
at
stall,
once again for some
going home
health
from work, I
samples.
always buy. You know, I like all of that traditional food. My favorite has got to be, well, I like kuchinta, I like sapin, and I like bibingka as well. Bibingka, man. So there's this bibingka place. Like it's not even like well known, and their bibingka aren't like especially good, but I just really like that it's so it feels like it's so traditionally made. It feels like it's homemade, and I really like that. Okay. All right. Apparently that was enough to get me to 100%. But I'm pretty sure there's still quite a few more that I've yet to find. And I definitely want to find all of them. Gotta catch them all. Oops. it was in a neighboring city to where my grandma lives. Okay, already got that. Anything here that I haven't gotten? No, this is Upper Vale already. I like it when bibinka tastes smoky, and ooh, that burnt banana leaf scent is something else. Yeah, I actually do like the bibinka when it smells smoky, like when it was cooked not in an oven, but it was no, sorry, not in a like a gas oven or like an electric oven. I really like it when it's cooked in when it's cooked. Oh, this is Liyue. I'm in Liyue. Okay, well, I didn't mean to be here, but sure. But in an actual like coal oven or like a wood oven, I love it. I love it. It's a chest in Liyue. Now, I guess I have to say, I haven't done much exploration on my second and third accounts. A
fateful offering.
You talking about food is making me hungry. I mean, like, it's making me hungry. Like, I can feel my stomach is full, but I also just want to eat something. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I've been drowsy for like about 45 minutes now, and I mean, you know, still enjoying talking to you guys. Like, and I haven't had anything to do for like an hour now. But I guess I'm gonna call it a day. It's getting kind of late, and I don't want to just ramble on while drowsy, because like I just man. Anyway, yeah. So if you guys need any help building your characters, accounts, making a decision on which banner to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. You can ping me over there to ask for my opinion. My name is Elvis Einstein on Discord. Of course, you could ask for other people's opinions too. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been drowsy for like 45 minutes now. I don't know if you guys could notice it, but I've been like slurring my words. And thankfully I'm not driving. Bye everyone. Have a good night or day wherever you are. Bye.